What up, guys?
Hi, everyone.
Cashball back today alongside.
With me, Scottiplier PopcultFan.
And today we're going to be watching the new 2023 film
of Megan.
Megan. So we'll be watching the film when it appears on the screen, eventually. And then we will get on to the review.
Exactly. Peace.
Peace. Okay, guys, so me and Scottiplier just came out of the film, and we just saw Megan. So, I'll start off with my review on it. Is overall, I would definitely give this, surprisingly for a horror film, I usually don't give it a full 100% kind of rate, but I do give this one a 4 out of 4 stars. Just because there's kind of like a lot we can relate to this movie in a way.
Yeah.
So that's my rating. My thoughts of the film were, it was well done, well shot, some pretty good background soundtracks of music for some scenes that fit pretty well.
Yeah.
Also the story, again, I'm very big on the story. That has to come first. The story was just, like, outstanding.
Granted, it is familiar. We've seen stories like this done before in other movies.
Well, yeah, pretty similar. I mean, like what Scottiplier mentioned before coming on camera, that James Wan in the poster there, story by Alec Cooper and James Wan.
Yeah.
Apparently James Wan did the Conjuring films.
Yeah.
So, he's written, other, like, horror stories, I'm sure,
Yeah.
for the screen.
He made the Insidious movies. He directed the Aquaman movie, so...
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to have you say that when it was your turn, but thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anyway, so, other thoughts on the film. It was a pretty well thought of cast. There were definitely one or two actors in there that I kind of recognized before, like I thought I've seen someplace.
Yeah.
But I can't exactly remember their names. I'd have to look at the cast again on IMDb, just to see what films they were in and stuff and such like that. That it gives. So, and my recommendation, if you're a horror fan, you definitely have to see this film. And once again, we can definitely relate to this film kind of in real life in a way, because what eventually can happen to a child who loses his parents? I mean, who are they going to grow attached to next for the next big person that shows up and takes care of it?
Yeah.
I mean, a robotic doll or another human? Who do you think is better? I'll leave that up to you guys, and you comment down below. Would you rather have a thing like this, kind of like Raise Your Child, be better, or a human? Just as a joke-wise. But anyways, I think that's all of my thoughts for the film. So, once again, if you guys didn't know, this is my channel Season 4 premiere movie review video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I think I'm done for my part, so Scottiplier, I'm passing it to you.
Hi, everyone. Scottiplier here with Sean. So my thoughts on this movie. I think this is a pretty solid film, and like I've said to Sean, I do think that this movie is familiar, and to a certain movie in particular, the Child's Play 2019 remake, because that movie was also about an AI robot doll. So some comparisons, some parallels, and not a bad thing, not a great thing either. And sometimes familiar stories can sometimes, just be okay, and that's fine. And I love the design of Megan doll too, by the way, like the blonde hair and then that kind of jacket she's wearing. I love the design on the doll, pretty cool. Creepy too.
Barbie on steroids.
Barbie on steroids.
That was just the joke line that one of the actors said in the movie, by the way.
Yeah. And also, I liked the cast. Granted, the little girl, I feel like there were times where she wasn't really a good girl, if you know what I mean. From scenes with certain characters in the film.
Oh, well, definitely.
Definitely throwing a fit. And then there are a couple characters in this film, like a certain kid that was a bully that I didn't really care for, but
Programming and hiccups.
and also a pretty kick-ass third act, really a fun third act with Megan just being all crazy and a killer toy. So definitely really exciting for a horror film, but it is PG-13 and it's a slasher film. So for those of you that like gore and blood and slasher films, this is PG-13, so it might appeal to a different kind of demographic, even though it's a slasher film, because there's not a whole lot of gore in this film, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, probably not as much, though, to give it like an R rating.
Yeah, but other than that, I do think that it's a very solid film, very enjoyable, and also a pretty good film to introduce a newer kid that doesn't know much about horror films to them. You know, like an entry into the horror genre for younger kids. Just don't get your kid traumatized if they're under the age of 9.
And it's PG-13, guys. Please make sure your kid is at least 13 or over or can handle some sequences or scenes before taking them to see this film, please.
And then also, like, some things that Sean was talking about in regards to, like, attachments and how they can really affect you as an adult. And there's, like, a certain scene in particular that kind of really hit me, actually, emotionally, that reminded me of something that I don't want to talk about. It's too personal. But, yeah, like, some themes within the story that I thought were really relatable and personal for me as well, especially. But yeah, a very good film. I would probably give it an A-. That is my grade. Thank you for having me, Sean.
You're welcome, Scottiplier. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much again for watching. This is, again, Season 4 on my channel's premiere, first video of the season.
Nice.
So thank you, Scottiplier, for being in this first one for the season.
Of course. I also like that the killer in this movie is blonde like me.
Hey, same hair color.
Yeah.
Well, yours is blonde, so I guess you can't say that, but...
Yeah.
Well...
I mean, I'm blonde, she's blonde.
Well, okay. I guess dyed hair counts. Of course, I'm still the brunette around here. But anyways, so something new for the videos I want to do going forward, starting in this season, is I'm going to try and kind of organize them a little better and give them more like epic beginning credits. So like, as you can tell from the beginning of this, we're doing a spoiler like preview scene when we were in the auditorium. Then we'll head on to a credits like they do in every show. And at the end, the real video begins.
Nice.
So moving forward, that's what's going to happen for the channel. Any more further updates in the future, I'll post in another video on my channel. So please stick around for that for more announcements. So press the like button, comment down below what you thought of this film if you've seen it already. And if not, how will you probably see it? And we'll see you guys next time.
And subscribe to my channel as well. I do a whole bunch of content. So
absolutely. I should have somewhere in my channel a description, I think, of maybe Scottiplier's link, but if not, I'll also put it in the description below.
Sounds good.
All right, so everyone, that's all for this video. Cash out.
Peace.